Honestly, I expected a really big language barrier. I didn't think that there was going to be a lot of communication able to happen, and I didn't know how open-minded they were going to be about the whole experience, and my expectations got blown out of the water. Just like Brennan said, like music is universal, like dance is universal, all the performing arts is universal, and it was awesome to be able to teach them to move and not speak the same language. And I absolutely loved that they all were able to understand to have fun and realize that not being perfect is completely okay. And seeing them smile and laugh at themselves and have so much fun and dance at the same time was just the most amazing thing for me. I am so glad I got to experience that.
With music, with acapella singing, for me it's been such a big experience in my life, and it's brought such a reaction to me, and I just want to see how that comes out in them. And so I came in expecting for it to be different, but also expecting for there to be so many areas where we'd find similarities. And I, like I said to them, I'll say all the time, that music is the universal language. And I was hoping, and all my hopes were realized and brought even further. And they exceeded my expectations. That really, beyond the Japanese-English barrier, that music could communicate in a really special way, and it definitely did.
When I started in the Grains, we were a group of 7, and we stood and sang the whole time, and nothing happened other than singing. And I remember my first year in the group, I casually mentioned one day, how about we move around a little bit? And we had never done that before, and people were afraid to do that. And I got turned down the first time. And then the next year, I pushed it even harder, and I got to do a little bit more. And we just did a little bit of choreography. Maybe we step touched and did some gimmicky kind of things, and it went well. And then the next year I started doing formations, and then the next year I started doing real choreography. And I will admit, it was scary to break tradition. We've been a group since 1968, so for 40 plus years we stood in an arc and sang, and then I came in and was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And we took a risk, but it was well worth the risk. Every group I've seen that's taken that risk has done nothing but increase themselves and increase their talent and increase their variety, and it's awesome when a group is not afraid to do that and go on stage and perform instead of just sing.
I will say that you exceeded my expectations 100%, and there was so much that I've learned from you guys, and a lot of that is your love for the music, and there's a lot of just respect in the room and good energy. Nobody was holding back, and though initially it seemed like I thought that people were going to be reserved and I wasn't going to see their true colors, but there were times during this whole process, especially during the improv, where people just came out and their voice just started shining out, and their heart was so honest, and it was so meaningful to me. And the fact that music could allow us to have that exchange with each other was so beautiful. And I want to thank you all for really showing that and not holding back. And I've learned so much, and I hope you have as well.
Thank you guys so much. I am so glad that you were willing to release all the inhibition you had and really try and really show me that you cared. I absolutely loved working with all of you, and I really hope that you take what we gave you and try to implement it into your own groups.